Hello and welcome. This is the part 2 of a generic collections comparer class, and if you have not seen the part 1, please do visit the part 1 lecture before coming back to this. Talking about generic collection class in C#, a comparer T of any particular type is one of the great examples of a C# generic class, and it provides a base class for implementation of an comparer T of generic type T interface, and it also implements or derives from an abstract class comparer T that implements the systems.collection.generic.iComparer T interface and system.collection.iComparer. So in today's example, we are going to derive a class table linked first from the comparer T class. So in the previous lecture, we have seen we have derived a table class, and today going further down the same application, we are going to get you the second part of this comparer class, and this comparer compares the two objects of type table. It sorts them first by length, then by height, and then by width. Now the table class implements the iComparable T interface to control the default comparison between the two table objects. Now this default implementation sorts first by height, then by length, and then by width. Now we'll soon see the example will show the difference between the two comparisons by sorting a list of table objects first by using the table linked first comparer and then by using the default comparer. So heading straight to the code, I have opened this solution, and we have created in the previous lecture the table class which implements the iComparable table interface. Now today we are going to add the second part to this application, which will be the table linked first, as I just discussed on the slideshow. And this table linked first derives from the comparer class of type table. So let's start writing public class table linked first implements or derives from comparer of type T, where T is table. And right now it will, so if we look into the definition of this comparer class, the base class, if we peek into the definition, so what is this comparer class? This is an abstract class comparer, and it implements two interfaces, iComparer and iComparer2. Right. So again, if you look into the definition, one more thing that I need to point out, let's see the definition, full definition. Here you'll see that there is a abstract public abstract this abstract method compare txty. So this must be overridden, this must be implemented because it's an abstract method. It must be implemented in the derived class. So here we go. Coming back to the program, we'll write this method, we'll implement this method, public override int compare, so table x, table y. Now this is the stub of the code automatically generated, so I'll get rid of this and start writing. If so, x and y are two table objects. So if x dot length dot compared to what? Y, the other object dot the same dimension length, not equal to 0. Then what? You return the entire statement, return, just copy from here up to this part, copy and just paste it over there, close the bracket, semicolon. Similarly, if you look into the code that we have written in the previous lecture, public in compared to, so this was also very similar. And next will be, I'll just copy the code and as before, customize, change the variable names to Y, this will still remain X dot length dot compared to X. Now the next dimension is length height dot compared to what? Height again. Return X dot height dot compared to Y dot height. So there will be else in front of this, if, else if, again I copy this part of the code and paste it here. This time it will be X dot width. You guessed correctly. X dot width dot compared to Y dot width, not equal to 0. Then return this thing, X dot width dot compared to Y dot width. Right. So finally, when you are out of the else if branch, else return 0. It's an integer default value. And then build the code. Control Shift B, hotkey combination. Once it builds, we will leave it at that and continue in the next lecture for the remaining part of the compiler class. Thanks for watching.